Dyche says I did not slag off Lampard in first interview since Burnley sack. Former Burnley manager Sean Dyche said his intention was not to slag anyone off when he suggested Frank Lampard's Everton team did not know how to win a game. The Clarets looked to have taken a huge step towards Premier League safety when they overcame the Toffees in an explosive 3-2 victory at Turf Moor. Lampard's side went into halftime with a 2-1 lead, only for second-half goals from Jay Rodriguez and Maxwell Cornet to plunge them into further trouble. But a 2-0 defeat in Dyche's next game against Norwich City sealed his fate as Burnley stunned the Premier League by relieving the experienced boss of his services. And in his first interview since his shock dismissal, Dyche has offered an insight into the phone call he had with the former Chelsea boss after his interview. "And when the interview, went out, I said no, I'm not having that," Dyche said to the Second Captain's podcast. "I don't normally do this, but I thought I am going to reach out to Frank because that's not on." Which I did. I got hold of Frank's number and said, "Frank, just to be clear, just watch the interview. If you are ever worried, watch it, look at the tone and the body language. Look how I am representing the truth of a management story, not about you and Everton. It was a truth of my story, which is, I've been down that road when I'm looking at my team going, I'm not sure they know how to get this over the line. And I felt on that night, Everton were a bit like that. Who do you think Sean Dyche will manage next? Let us know in the comments." So I said to the players at halftime, I said, "Look, I'm not sure, I didn't slag anyone off, I didn't undermine anyone, I just said I'm not sure these know, blah blah blah. I didn't tell the world about that, I just kept it between me and him, and he graciously said, I spoke to Sean and all is fine." After a strong new managerial bounce under caretaker boss Mike Jackson, which saw Burnley record a draw and 3 victories in their preceding 4 matches, the Clarets remain in 17th position, where they are precariously level on points with 18th-placed Leeds United. Meanwhile, Lampard's side have dragged themselves above those dreaded dotted lines with fantastic victories against Manchester United, Chelsea and Leicester City. While the Merseysiders do have a game in hand over Leeds, they are only 2 points clear of the drop zone with a marginally worse goal difference than Dyche's former side. Burnley and Everton will all but secure their place in the Premier League if they respectively beat Tottenham and Brentford and Leeds lose at home to Brighton and Hove Albion.